Hello, hello, everybody. How are you? Yes, Shiv's always ready to go with the jump scare. Can you guys let me know if the music is at a good volume? Do let me know, because I had some issues with the music. Speaking of Cougar. Also, real quick, let me say hi to everybody. Hey there, Shiv, Cougar, Senku, Asala, Hooky Frog, Kitty's here. It's like elevator music. It's actually a Zelda song. It's, I think, the shop theme from Ocarina of Time, if my memory serves me correct. So, I had been talking over the last few streams that the desktop app I was using for YouTube Music was just using too much resources. Like, it was like the CPU usage was out of control. So sometimes it would just crash. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Let me find a solution. I then found an alternative YouTube Music desktop app, which worked, and it was awesome. I'd been using it, I think, the last 2 to 3 streams, and it was great up until literally today. So I start up the kind of like before, around like an hour ago, I did like a little test just to see, to mess with some like settings and stuff. And that app just didn't want to open at all. I restarted my computer, same thing. I uninstalled that app, reinstalled it, same thing. Didn't work. So in the end, we are literally just listening off of YouTube right now. Same artist as always. This is DJ Cutman and his various projects and collabs that he's done, which should be good to go in terms of like not getting like a copyright or anything like that when I post this as a backup on YouTube. So yeah. And the good thing is it also doesn't take up a lot of resources or anything, but that does mean that there will be some different music that I haven't played recently, which is all kind of coming from the exact same source. Video game kind of like chiptunes, remixes, that kind of vibe. But anyway, let me go ahead and switch on over to our other scene, which we can only hope that you guys come along with me for the journey. Also, I can't wait to hear all your jokes, Kitty. Sounds fine. Might be a tad bit on the quiet side, but in comparison to you, it's good. That's good. I want it kind of just a little bit there. I think I actually have it at the exact same volume as I've always had it. But it could be because I have the app a little bit lower. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine. So I appreciate you guys letting me know. If need be, I can always raise it up just a tad. Which, let me go ahead and do that right now. Let's do that to about right there. That's a smidge. Okay, it's a smidge. So how are you guys doing? So it is Sunday. Also, Mikhail's here. He's laying on my lap right now, being a little baby, as he is one to be. It is still his birthday. Ever since last Saturday, he continues to age up. He is 13 once more, just like last Saturday. And also, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the gifts, right? I do plan to take a photo. Hey there, Irene. Thanks for the water check. How are you? I got some water right here. Let me go ahead and grab it. It has a straw, so it's not going to make any cool sounds or anything. Tasty hydration. I was going to say, I am going to take a picture of all the gifts that everybody sent him my way. Because I had wanted to do like a professional kind of like photo shoot with him. Because I have all the gear for it and a camera too. But I've just been kind of busy. So it's a little delayed, but with it, I will also take a picture of all the new stuff that this guy got from you guys, because he's my little old man and he's the best, right? Yes, it is forever his birthday. Ooh, what kind of sparkling water are you drinking, Kitty? Shiv says, I am tired and very sweaty. I spent almost a half an hour inflating my nephew's pool with a foot pump. It eventually broke, so I had to finish inflating it. Oh, that's rough. It's one of those kiddie pools, right? I haven't been in a kiddie pool since who knows how long, because my younger brother is 7 years older than me, Younger than me. Sorry, I'm 7 years older than him. So when he was in kiddie pool range, we actually had built into the backyard this kind of little, I don't know what you would call it. I don't know exactly what it was called, but we had like a little pond. My mom had this little pump, and she had this statue of this kid literally choking a duck. I don't know why this was a thing. Again, I used to live in Vegas, and so my mom, her job, she used to work making the molds and statues for the kinds of stuff that you would see like at Little Caesars, Little Caesars? Not Little Caesars. Caesar's Palace, the big casino. Also at the Venetian and all the fancy places, right? And so whenever there was like a mistake in the mold, they would just let anybody just take it. So my mom took one of the molds of this kid stealing. Brain rot cat, hey there. Not stealing, choking this freaking duck. And she made a pump so that way that pond would just have fresh water always just kind of circulating. And then it was tiny. Thanks for the resub, Zeal. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's 5 months. Holy cow, man. Can you believe we've been at this for a while? For that long? So, also Mikhail's playing with the microphone. So my younger brother and also one of my nieces would come over and they would hang out in this kiddie pool. Which again, it was not a kiddie pool. It was literally built into like the yard. Like it was all like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was like professionally done. It was there with the house before we got there. And that was when my mom had reconfigured it to be this little pond thing. So, whole thing. Cougar says, actually, that reminds me, Gigi, how did you come about Nori and Mochi? They were adopted. So, Mikhail I've had ever since he was a baby because I found his mom crying at me one day randomly. I went to go take out the trash. This is back in Vegas. And a cat was just meowing like crazy. And apparently she was just pregnant, and so she was kind of trying to get me to find her kittens. And eventually found the kittens, but I don't know exactly what happened to them. A few months later, I ran into her again, and then just kind of took her in. I would feed her, and then she would just hang out in my place. And then, but she was like an outdoor cat. She was kind of like my cat, but kind of not. It was kind of like a street cat that I took care of. And then she had kids again, and this time brought them to me. And so me and my family, we took care of them. And then she had kittens in the middle of the night, and she had a litter. I think it was like 5 or 6. I think it was 5. Or was it 6? No, it was 5. And so I ended up keeping 2 of them. I kept Marty and Mikhail. So I've had Mikhail for that. And then Nori and Mochi, they were adopted. So, yeah. Let's see. Also, I'm in a bad way, not gonna. What happened, Irene? Let me know. Hey there, Starlight. Thanks for hopping on in. I appreciate you. I'm trying to catch up with chat real quick, so I'm sorry for taking a while to say hello. I appreciate you spending some time and hanging out in here. Love the little emotes. And Zeal is now here. I love it. I love it. Yeah, a small. Oh, you got a LaCroix limoncello? Is that how you say it, kitty? Sounds tasty. I don't think I like the limoncello. I think I had that once. I think I've run through the whole gamut of LaCroix flavors, and I usually just stick with what I like. Shiv says, yeah, a small kiddie pool. He's probably going to grow out of soon, but man, blowing that thing up is a hassle. Tell that to my mom. I think that's why we repurposed that pond thingy as a pool. Irene says, I don't know. I'm just trying to get through it, and I hope it all gets better somehow. Is it something to do with work, Irene? Obviously, you don't need to tell us, anything super private or whatever. But I can only hope that things, chill out and, you can kind of get back to just having a good time. Zeal says, maybe your mom really hates making ducks. Maybe, I don't know. What's interesting is that if you go to the Venetian and you look up, because the Venetian is a casino that kind of makes it look as if you're outdoors when you're indoors. There's like a sky thing. And when you're walking by the canals, because it's made to look like Italy, right? Also, oh my gosh, thank you so much to the anonymous gifter for for gifting a sub. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. So when you go visit the Venetian, they're actually, I remember going and touring it and seeing all the things that my mom made, and you can actually see the freaking kid like strangling a duck up there. So that's amazing. If your mom made these figures for Little Caesars, that'd be yeah, I know, right? A pool built into the ground, so a pool, kind of, but it wasn't a pool. It was, it's kind of hard to explain. It wasn't a pool. It was a pond. It was kind of meant to look like a pond. Oh, my mom just sent me photos and a video of my nephew playing in the pool. All the efforts were a success. Yes, that's what we do it for, right? Do it for the happiness of the next generation. A rescue daddy, that fills my heart. Yes, Cougar. They are well loved, even though they are little monsters. I got hit by the big sad today, so I didn't get out of bed till like, oh, I'm sorry, kitty. That, that happens. I know it's just kind of, par for the course sometimes. I know that's what happens to me on occasion. Literally just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Don't know exactly what happened, what caused it. Sometimes it's a weird dream. I had an extremely violent dream last night. I'm not gonna explain it, but it was like involving a car crash, and I think the reason what spawned that into my head is I saw a TikTok last night about somebody getting rammed like by a truck like while they were in the car, and I think that just turned into this like really graphic visual in my head. So not fun. Hey there, Nye, how are you? You were here the whole time. As always, you're a master lurker as I am. This could be my last catch up till maybe next. I'm away for the next week. Going away Wednesday, not back till Sunday. I should, in quotes, be back for the Sunday stream. Sounds good, Cougar. Although I do believe, can you guys remind me if the movie night is next Friday or next Saturday? I think we put it for next Saturday, right? Because if it's for next Saturday, then our stream will be on Friday. You guys will notice once I start the stream proper that I changed up the dates at the top. And so streams will now be on Thursday, Fridays instead of Thursday, Sundays. So yeah, so you might miss out next week, Cougar, as well. So just letting you know. Do the casinos in Vegas have that cheap casino feel? It depends. It really depends the area where you're going to. If you're going to older casinos, yes, you're going to have that old vibe. If you go to the newer stuff, like on the Strip, especially on the newer, like where most people are, they don't feel old. Like they feel, pretty fancy, I guess you could say. And yes, TikTok is fucking up my dreams. Yeah, life stress just getting to me. I'll live. That's kind of, I understand that, Kitty. It's kind of like it is what it is, but it is good to still be like, you know what? It sucks sometimes. It sucks. I mean, it's okay to say it sucks. You've been to a casino on an Indian reservation before, Cougar? Yeah, I've seen those before. When I lived like in California, you do see those a lot more. Chip says, oh my gosh, I had a dream about driving last night where I kept missing my exit and panicking because I couldn't get back to where I needed to be, all because this past week I missed my exit. It feels like that's just like what it means to be an adult, right? When it comes to our fears. When you're a kid, I remember growing up, I used to be super scared of like slasher movies. Think of like Michael Myers, Friday the 13th, like Jason Voorhees, or even like Freddy Krueger. And so my dreams, I would always be like in pursuit, or somebody was pursuing me, sorry. And those were always my nightmares. Then I grew up, and my nightmares were like, oh shit, I'm late for work. Oh man, I thought I got paid, and my check didn't clear. Oh, this due date for this bill is past due. How come I didn't pay it on time? Those are my dreams. Those are my nightmares. So I feel like that is very on brand, Shiv, as an adult, for your nightmare to basically be like, oh, I missed my exit. And ZL says, movie night is Friday. It's in my calendar. Ah, okay. My friend, I'll talk about it with the server and see if we're gonna switch it over to Saturday. And if not, maybe I might do a stream on Saturday night. And then from then, like moving forward, then we do the Thursday, Fridays. So we'll see. I'm gonna try and watch your stream while I'm away sharing the hotel with a friend, and I'm coaxing him to join us. He likes your audios. Oh, thank you so much, Cougar. I appreciate the free publicity. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Also, here's a little tease, but I did get also I got a cut on my inner thigh because Mikhail was here, he left, and he just left me a nice little going away present, which is just a little bleeding cut. Thanks, Mikhail. So wanted to tease you guys because I have I was contacted at the last second for a project that I just recorded for a little bit earlier today. I still kind of have to go through the lines and just edit them to send out like the best versions of them. I'm hoping it's not going to take too long until I get the final result or when it's fully released. But I, again, don't want to go into any of the details. But this is going to be super exciting. This is probably one of the most exciting things that I've been a part of. And I can't wait to show off what it is. So again, hint, hint, tease, tease. A casino on an Indian reservation. That sounds like the start of a Stephen King movie. I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, that is The Shining, minus the casino. I'm out true. But anyway, my sister went to practice driving today. I feel okay about the road test on Tuesday, so I rested. Plan to just drive tomorrow with my mom. You got this, Nye. You got this. We're going to send you the good vibes, all right? You got this. We're going to hype you up because you deserve it, okay? And yes, Kitty, I know you're probably already out, but hope you have a good and fun shower. A relaxing shower. Same, younger me had nightmares about someone dying. Now he gets nightmares about, now me gets nightmares about me being late to class or an exam or not being able to stop my car in time. That was something I used to suffer through hardcore in like my mid-20s. It was I can't stop this car. Like I'm going down a hill, and the brakes go out. There's another one too. This one's bad where, you know what a half pipe is, right? The half pipe is kind of like, you know, like in skateboarding or whatever, or even snowboarding where, you know, it's basically a pipe. It's a half pipe and they go down it and they roll down, come up with momentum and they come right back down, right? And they do their tricks. Freaking when I don't know where this stemmed from, but I had dreams where basically like, again, I cannot stop the car. I'm going down this hill and for whatever reason, the brakes aren't working, and the road, instead of it just being a road, then does like a half pipe thing. And so with my momentum being unchecked, I just literally speed up that thing. And then I get to like the zenith, to like the top, the very tip top of that, like, you know, the height of where I have built up that momentum. And then just drop, and my stomach would just drop, and then I would wake up, and it was the worst feeling ever. Anyway, thank you so much for following, Spooky Pocky. Love the name, by the way. I do love how, like, whenever, like, I get, like, new people watching, and then you see, like, oh, I'm playing Baldur's Gate, and I'm like, I haven't even gotten to the game yet. I'm just here. I am just yapping about. Appreciate the follow, and thank you for stopping on in. I'm still catching up with chat, so give me 1 second to get through it. I think you can only have casinos in Vegas, Reno, and on an Indian reservation. It's basically helping them earn a wage because, yep, that's how it works. Don't Tap the Glass, new Tyler, the Creator album tomorrow, 6 a.m. Ooh, look at you, Nye, getting some stuff, getting some new releases. He heard one of your audios the other day, and all I got back was, oh my gosh, those effing whimpers. Well, hey, I am down for new fans, all right? I appreciate it. Let's see. Spooky Pocky says, hello, first time tuning in for a stream. Have a good time, everyone. Aw, thank you so much. Thanks for yapping is what I'm here for. Well, there you go. Well, then you have run into the master of yapping. I am Yapper Prime number 1. Because sometimes I will completely forget that I'm even playing a game, and I will just go right into freaking a tangent that lasts 30 minutes. And it's like, oh yeah, we were playing Baldur's Gate. So thank you so much for stopping on in, Spooky, and for spending your time here with me and with everybody, because, you know, we have a fun group here. So thank you so much. Shiv says, yes, I had a pretty rough time learning how to drive before I got my license. So because of that, I kept getting dreams that I can't stop my car in time. So I'm about to hit the person in front of me. I almost actually did that. I almost hit the person in front of me once when I borrowed my sister's car at 17. I was gonna say I didn't have a license, but I did have a license. But their car had horrible brakes. Extremely horrible brakes. And I remember literally smashing both feet, and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I didn't hit them. But I was ready to freaking die. And thank you so much to the anonymous gifter out there for yet another anonymous gift sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. ZL says, me imagining if roads had half, that would be insane, right? You're a Yap Geek for a reason. Yep. I earned my title. Master Yap Geek. You'll be yapping, rambling, chatty, and chaos. Yep, that's probably why I screw up so many times when I'm playing games, too. It's like I get caught up in the conversation. Zeal, there's a podcast I watch where they have a tangent counter. You need one. I should, right? Although, I feel like I need somebody to be in charge of that. Like, I need a referee, right? Like an editor of sorts to catch me on that, because whether it's... or maybe here on the stream, I could put a tangent counter to add it to the blah counter. We could always do that. Because I was going to say on the podcast, it's a little bit harder for me to do that. Also, real quick, since I've gone ahead and switched up my release schedule on the Patreon, you know, and doing like the original script on 1 week, and then having the podcast on a separate week, that has helped out so much. I want to say Zeal was the one who recommended that strategy. And when I read it, I remember being like, oh, that's pretty good. That's a good idea, but didn't really giving it a second thought. And then here I am putting it into practice this month, and it has been a godsend. So I wanted to say thank you guys so much, and thank you, Zeal. I do believe you were the one who came up with that strat on the releases, and man, it has helped tremendously. So thank you guys so much. I crashed into a parked car only 6 weeks into driving. Never drove again. You sound like my grandma. That happened to my grandma. My grandma, she was being taught to drive by my grandpa. I think this was like early on in their lives, maybe when they were like in their 30s. And I think she drove off the road into a ditch, and she literally was like, I'm good. Never drove the rest of her life. So I get it. But you live in a place where you don't really need to drive, right, Cougar? Shiv, I hate when I have to slam the brakes, but I have to every time because people here on the freeways don't know how to drive, so they slam their brakes last second, meaning I have to and potentially swerve away to not hit someone. Well, one way to help with that might be to just, give a little bit more space, right? I remember learning when I was driving, you leave a car's worth of distance for every 10 miles per hour. So if you're going 50, 60, that's 5-6 cars of distance. And that usually is enough space. And you never, ever, ever, ever want to allow the car behind you, if they're tailgating you, to push you to do something that you shouldn't do, right? So that's either being too close to the car in front of you, driving faster. Screw them. Let them do what they got to do, Spooky says, the second I graduated university, I started having almost daily nightmares about being late to class, right? And I think that's kind of like maybe a remnant of you almost not feeling guilty, right? Because it's not about guilt, but it's just maybe you changing your schedule so abruptly, where here you were going to university for years and years and years, going to class, whether it be online or in person. And then, you switch up your schedule, and so your body and your mind is still on the last schedule, being like, yo, we need to get to class, and you're like, hey, I finished. Chill out. So I get it. Good thing is I don't get too many nightmares like that anymore. The ones that are sad are the ones where I win the lottery or win some contest, and I win a ton of money, and I'm like, yes, I'm so glad this isn't a dream, and then I wake up and it's a dream. And I don't even play the lottery. I have never once bought a lotto ticket, so I don't know where I'm getting that from. Ziel says, I think I did, GG, because I don't really get why you put all the hearts. At the time, it made sense. I thought it was a cool theme where it's like, oh, you get this, the original week, as I called it, right? So I thought it was cool for people to be able to look forward to the original week for the podcast and my original script. But it just really became untenable. And so I'm also glad that I'm switching up the stream schedule, because that also will definitely help too. Cougar says, yeah, I live in the suburbs, but I'm literally 8 minutes walk into the town center. It's also hold on. It's also 3 of cousins are cab drivers. I get a nice discount. Oh, 3 of your cousins are cab drivers. Got it. I do give space, but people want to rush and literally move around me to get in front of me when I try leaving space because people are impatient in traffic, and it's not even bad traffic. And I don't know how the traffic, I know you've always complained about the traffic being real bad, Shiv, and I am sure it's probably somewhere on that level of LA traffic. Probably not as bad, but still, California driving is still California driving. You know what I'm saying? So I feel for you. I've had dreams about being late to an exam or not being prepared, and it'd freak me out so bad. No, it's the worst. Spooky says, sorry for small off topic, but I just noticed the rolling kitty, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. So, in real life, I own 3 cats. I have Mikhail. He's my old man cat. I've had him for 13 years. It was his birthday last weekend. And I have 2 other cats that are a bit younger. I think they're gonna be 5 later this year. And so one of them is a tuxedo cat. His name is Nori, just like seaweed. Like seaweed on sushi. And so that little rolling cat is meant to signify Nori, because Nori is kind of like a menace. It's kind of like I say he's a serial killer. And the funny thing is, he is literally the sweetest boy in the world. He is the cutest. He'll let you pick you up. You can carry him for as long as you want. He goes under the covers with you. He lays on top of you. He's the sweetest boy. But he's also just like, imagine like Tasmanian devil. Like he has so much energy sometimes that he's crazy. So I thought it would be a fun little thing. I found that GIF, like I think on Google Images, and I was like, this is just Nori. Nori's just, he can't sit still. And I do have Mochi. Mochi's the only girl, and she is kind of like a marshmallow. She's a little chubby. She's a little big, and she's really cute. And the other cats kind of pick on her. Nori is a derp. Yes, he is. If I visit you, do I get a mate's rate on cabs? Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. I'm typing faster than I can. Hey, that's okay. No worries. Yes, exactly. And it's stuff that I never stressed about when I actually in school. I think that's what it is, right? Like, it's like remnants, you know, of a different time. Whether it's school, whether it's work, whether it's whatever. When you switch a job, you just kind of, you're like, yeah, it's like your brain is catching up to what's happening in reality. Hey, GG, just a reminder that 6:30. Yes, I just saw it. I was like, okay, half an hour. Let's get into the game, yeah? Real quick, also, speaking of saddest dreams, the saddest one I remember having was me reconciling with an aunt and grandma I grew apart from as a child. For some reason, I don't know, and I woke up so sad and wondering if I should just reach. That's also like those sad ones that kind of, not gonna say force you, but they push you into action. They're like motivating. So it's kind of your subconscious being like, yo, there's people in your life that you may have forgotten about because you're busy on the day-to-day, but your brain didn't forget about them. So, hey, that's kind of a cool thing, even though it can be a little sad, right? Spooky says, aw, my kitty matches. She is a rag doll and her name is Tofu. Perfect. Perfect. Dude needs to have a snorted chill chat stream. I've done that one time before. What's interesting is that it didn't go as well as I thought it would. Anyway, let's get back into it, yeah? So let me go ahead and pause this. Cool thing is, now that I'm using this YouTube music, I can actually use the shortcuts on my keyboard, and I don't have to go in and out of my apps. So let's go ahead and play some Baldur's Gate 3, which I do need to pull up the guide. I had it open a second ago. Here it is. Okay, let me put up my music so I can hear what's going on. Hey there, Peanut Princess. How are you? How's your Sunday treating you? Yeah, shortcuts for the win. What I really would love is like those little stream deck things that you can get for your computer. Like you put it to the side and you can like configure like hotkeys for each button. I had been thinking of either putting on a wish list or just buying it myself. But I'm very picky of the ones I want. And even so, I don't have many USB ports open. So I need to find a solution to have more USB ports, because otherwise I'm running out. Let's see. Yes, I'm gonna try my best to not walk into that that thing. Also, Zeal, I noticed that our characters can all be leveled up. Should we go ahead and do that now? Wishlist it, my guy. I need to do research on the ones that the one that I want, because I don't want a really expensive one. And outside of that, I need to get I need more USB ports, because I do stream from my MacBook Pro. So, and the MacBook Pros nowadays only have USB-C inputs. So I then need a hub, and I need a good hub. So it takes a while. So let's see. Yeah, go ahead. I think I wrote the skills you should pick up for level 5. Okay. Let me go ahead and see where you put that. I don't know if I have those, Zeal. Because I have... Oh, wait, hold on. I took a bunch of screenshots of the guide. I have the equipment, like what the character should be wearing. But in terms of what they should have, I don't have. If it's in the guide, though, I can pull it up. Just give me a second. Oh, wait, level 6. Oh, okay. So, you didn't write it then? So then you can help me? Okay, you'll help me through it. Okay, got it. Hey there, KB. Hello, I have no eyes, so I cannot watch the stream, but I do have a mouth, so I will scream. What's the name of the... What's that guy? The author? Do Electric Sheep of... Do Electric Sheep dream of something? I cannot remember the author's name. Blade Runner guy. I have a mouth and I must scream. But how are you, KB?
Looking ahead.
Level up. All right, so let's do... Is it EST? Oh, you know what? You are correct. You are correct, Shiv, as always. You're always on me. And not in that way, but you know what I mean. You're always on top of my typos. You are correct. I wrote it correctly. I think you actually corrected me on the Discord server. And there we go. I forgot to update it here. So let's bring that up there. I think that's centered. Yeah. Oh, not 12:30. Sorry, not 12 a.m. 12:30. There we go. Now it's not centered. That's going to bother me because I have issues. All right. I'm taking bets on if GD will finish by the new year. I can probably guarantee you that we are not finishing BG3 by the end of the year. We probably need to do those longer streams, though. All right. Do androids dream of electric sheep? There we go. Thank you for the correction there, Spooky. Appreciate it. Also, I wish I was on you like that. Whoa, who said that? It's like those TikToks where people are like facing away and then they're like, whoa, who said that? Yes, this is a first time playthrough of BG3. I do have Zeal here in the chat. She has been kind enough to use her expertise to write me a custom guide that I've been following through as I've been playing. So we're trying our best. But it's blind for me. I literally know nothing in terms of D&D stuff. All my RPGs, when it comes to video games, come from Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Pokemon, random stuff like that. But nothing in terms of anything incredibly complex or in the D&D world. So this is my first time with this, and everybody has been extremely kind to help me manage my way. And flight, is that Grant flight? I believe so. I think it is. Grant flight. Oh, okay, cool. All right. So we're all good here. Correct, right? We're not switching anything from our prepared spells. Moving those out. Our boy here was being burnt out and he needed to change a few things. Always GG's well-being comes first. I try my best. I try to handle my mental health and my emotional and physical health as best as I can. I will say that. Put lightning bolt in. Switch for mage armor. Okay, let's see. Which one's mage armor? This one? And we're going to use lightning bolt instead. All right, cool. Replace fog with Grant flight. I don't think we've ever used fog, right? All right, cool. I think I used chromatic orb once so far, and we've never used cloud of daggers. I think we used invisibility once, and that was when that whole thing with Asterion happened, where I had to like make him invisible. I had to crouch. And that was a whole thing. I felt so dumb. You guys were pretty cool about it. I think Zeal was probably like ripping her hair out. All right, Shadowheart time. Are we switching anything up here? Nothing, right? Because nothing has changed. Will we see Nakey tonight? I don't know. We'll see if my characters can leave their freaking clothes on. You weren't ripping your hair out? Oh, okay, I'm glad. I just remember I was ripping out my hair. I was so done. I was done with myself because I was so annoyed. But change speak with dead for prayer of healing. Okay. I think it's this one. Is it a level 3 spell? Level 2. Oh, there it is. Got it. Prayer of healing. Okay, yes. Got it. Let's spin her around. Also, this here, the symbol for prayer of healing, when I see it, I know it's 2 hands. But that doesn't look like what I think, like 2 hands, if you know what I'm saying. That looks like something else. All right. Switch, next character? I believe so. Accept. Got it. Who's up? Lae'zel, I believe? Yes. All right. More health is pretty cool. Select a feat. Okay. She already has 2 feet. Why does she need a 3rd one? Ba-dunch. Boo. Boo. Lamau, I know what you mean, but it looked like a tent to me. You naughty-minded. Oh my god, BRB, my dog fell off thy chair. The chair. I like thy chair rather than the chair. I keep telling him he's not a chihuahua. He's a gazelle. I must go comfort the big boy. Aw. Archie is the cutest dog ever. So sweet. Alright. Let's see what we're changing this feat to. We're not changing it to, but we're adding. Boo. Take ability improvement plus 2 strength. Okay. Ability, is that up at the top? Ability improvement? Yes. And plus 2 strength. Cool. Good job, Lae'zel. Asterion is still on the team right now. Yes. All right, cool. All right. Double your proficiency bonus for any checks you make with skills that you have expertise in. How do I know what I have expertise in? It's just the ones that have like the highest stats next to them. And these are all based on his class, like being a rogue assassin. You don't have to do anything, just accept. Oh, okay, cool. Who are we romancing? So currently, kind of not by any choice of my own, except maybe just some dialogue things. Incidentally, my character here, Gentilius, got hit on by Lae'zel. And so they've had a little thing going on, but those have been just like midnight romps, little sex scenes here and there. But I've been trying to romance Karlach. Although it's been a little tough recently because Karlach hasn't been on the team for a while. Let's see. Today I learned that Astarion can bite you. Yes. Earlier on, I want to say I snapped at him because he was trying to bite me while I was asleep. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? I'll let you bite me if you ask, but I'm not going to just let you do what you want, guy. How do I do the, No. No. Not what I want. How do I do like the... Oh my god. You know how like you're able to scan like everything? Like around you? Oh, it's A. There we go. Heyo.
Flump mating rituals. An odd book for a drow to carry.
I started using the same button that I would use when using the Odra deck in Death Stranding. I was like, that's not the button. Dog looked at me like I pushed him off, little shit. You know, dogs are funny like that. Hold down A. I'll let you bite me if you ask. Good to know, G. Yes. Check the mating rituals book. Okay. Did a scroll? No. No. Common? What are books listed as? Is it this one? Flump mating rituals. Amazing.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flump Mating Rituals.
There literally was nothing written, like nothing written on that cover. What are you talking about? Browse the contents, examine the book closely, recall what you know of this title. It's okay, GG. I was playing BG3 to write the walkthrough, and I kept holding down R2, which is what I was doing. Yes, right? That's the issue when it comes to like playing multiple games, right? Okay, let's roll some dice. Hey, we're actually doing it. Actually doing it this time. Our rolls last time were just dog trash.
A topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion.
The lurid text. Guy's reading smut.
Instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
Dude. Freaking making the Wolverine skeleton. I love this. So it was meant to look like it was like smut, but it's actually like an ingredient. So like this was a means to fake people out, and only people with the dirty minds were ever gonna actually find out how to make adamantine. Amazing.
The adamantine forge. The same the wizard Duan was hunting for, it seems.
Alright, cool. Sweet. So from here, I believe we're supposed to go now do that thing where we accidentally blew up. Not we, but more like I. It's not a recipe for the adamantine forge. We're going there in a bit. Ah, okay. Where are we going? This one, right? Find the mushroom picker? That is where we're going, right? Think so. If I recall. I mean, yes, it's a recipe. Ah, okay, cool. I think I also long rested last time. Yes, I think I did. Don't forget, guys, there's a 17,000 variations on the ending for this game, and we're still on Act 1. I think we're somewhat close to the end of Act 1. Somewhat being the key word. Oh, also, KB, if you're here, I do remember wanting to tell you that I love the new profile picture that you have. I think over on IG. Absolutely dug that. I think it's because usually I see a lot of like the more like the webcomic form where things are a little bit more simplistic, right? Because you're doing lots of drawings. But for that one, for like the profile picture, I loved it. Yes, the drinking tea one. I loved it because there was a little bit more detail into it, and I loved it. I thought it was just really cute. Let's save. That's what I want to do. So I'm gonna move the mic a little bit further away. Okay, so let's do this right. Separate Gentilius. I will. You have been split. Slowly step forward and shoot Ray of Frost at the lit torch up in the back of the room. Okay.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Whoa. Did that go off?
You recognize the name. Bibberbang, a mushroom that releases dangerous spores.
Was I supposed to do that?
Highly flammable.
It's quite a predicament you've landed yourself in. Surely you can navigate around some fungi, can't you? He looks so concerned. Did I screw up? Like, did I go too far? I appreciate it. The inspo was the Kermit. That's none of my... Oh, I love that meme. I used to post that a lot in the, in my work chat, like on Teams, up until they got mad at me. Well, not mad at me. They got mad at us for using Teams chat too much. Yeah, I think so, GG. So we weren't supposed to do this? See how you go. Okay, let's just do it. All right.
I know that. Scroll. Escape. My bag, please. I've dropped it somewhere.
Okay. Hold tight. I'll find your bag. Hold up a scroll of Misty Stab. Let's see what the guide says. The noble stock is the blue thing next to the Bibberbang. It's up on the very far right. You should use magic missile to kill Balin now. Give an elixir of poison resistance to Lae'zel and have her Misty Step over to the noble stock. Pick it up and then walk back out. Climb back up the roots and you'll be in front of a tree that's all blue. The tree silences you if you get too close to the flowers. Okay, well. Okay, let's see.
Thank you.
Hey there, Sugar Cookie. How are you? Thanks for stopping on in. I appreciate it. Also, we're just straight up dying. What the Okay. The Ray of Frost didn't work. That's what it looks like. Also, did dude just straight up die? Because I think that dude's dead. Yeah, oops. Sorry, buddy. We didn't mean to do anything. Oops. So he's dead. So that's actually what we were supposed to do, right? And then... Oh, you also said separate her as well.
Flaggets will be done.
Wait. I think he's the one who has all the stuff. We're gonna go into our inventory. I'm good. I hope you're well. I've been meaning to pop into one of your streams and finally had a chance to. Well, thank you so much. I love it when anybody just comes in, even if it's just to say hi. It means a lot to me. I always say that, like, you could be doing anything right now, right? So the fact that you are here, spending some time hanging out here, just, you know, whether it's for 2 seconds or here for the whole time, I appreciate it. So thank you so much for just, you know, swinging on in. Use Lae'zel to Misty Step to the Noble Stalk. Give her an elixir of poison resistance. Okay. Let me switch to potions. What does the elixir look like? And also, how's your Sunday treating you, Sugar? Hopefully you're doing well. Do I even have it? Okay, poison resist. No, I didn't mean to do that, but, you know, whatever.
Action, not reaction.
All right.
Maggots will be
Okay, let me pause real quick. Also, hold on. I forgot. Does this stop time? Like, for instance, if I'm in the pause menu, right, like this, I see the animations are still happening in the background. So are the characters, like, can stuff still happen to them while I'm in this pause screen? And does the turn-based mode, that allows it to be basically where, let's say, like, the resistance of the potion for poison resistance, that's not gonna run out faster now versus like if I, you know, was not on turn-based mode, right? Just wanted to double check. Usually, welcome to the asylum. Gentle is chaos in a cardigan. I like in a cardigan rather than incarnate. That's more on brand. Yeah, I'm just horrible when it comes to this game in particular. There's just so much chaos that happens. I have a guide that I'm following, and it doesn't matter. Things just blow up in my face all the time. And it's more than likely user error. You work full-time Wednesday to Sunday, so it's my weekend now. Oh, awesome. That's great. That's great. Great to hear it. It's technically like your Friday then, right? So it's like the beginning of your weekend. Pause menu does not pause. Or does pause the game? Turn-based mode allows you to take turns making time run slower. EBKAC. Problem exists between keyboard and computer. Okay, well. So, from here, we're now switching to Lae'zel. Let me get out of the turn-based mode. And it's over to the right. Oh, we should also loot him. Because, I mean, I'm not gonna die and I'm not gonna take your... not take your stuff, right? Take these. Did she just take that? Hold up. Where was the thing?
That might be worth a look.
I don't see where you perceived. Hold up. I'm lost. Further along to the... on the left? On the left side? I thought it was on the right side. So... am I in the completely wrong area? Oh. There. This thing. Alright, got it. Hurry up, hurry up. Run, run, run. Before that freaking potion runs out. Alright, cool. Yeah, I should have just used that, right? I should have just, How do I group them all together again? There we go. Don't do that. Okay, save. No, not new save. I want to save the other one. Alright, cool. Whew. Did we do it? Did we actually do it that time?
Despite everything.
Three silences if you get too close to Clara. Okay, so now we're going to climb back up the roots, and you'll be in front of a tree that's all blue. Yes, we did it! I knew we could. I had faith in myself that I could not.
We did it.
Nice. We did it! We did it! Fantastic usage. Is this your first full playthrough of BG3, or have you played it at all before? So, I have never played BG3 whatsoever. Dude, what the get away! Okay, they got poison damage. They're not poisoned, right? I had no idea those things were there. Yes, this is my first time ever playing it. I literally know nothing about this game in terms of where it goes, or its mechanics. So that's why I'm constantly asking for, how does this system work? What happens when I pause? What does turn-based thing do? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm learning as I go. Climb back up the roots and you'll be in front of a tree that's all blue. Yes, I do see that. Tree silences you if you get too close to its flowers. You do need some of its bark, and there's a humanoid enemy here who drops another part of a staff we're going to create from parts. So kill him and the hook horror monsters. I recommend attacking the hook horrors with fireball. When you get down to the ground, there's a waypoint to collect. Try to collect the hook horrors quickly because they'll call more monsters. So I need to get here, but how come those spores are going off? Go away, Lazel, what are you doing? Should I just give everybody poison resist? Because, I mean, can I attack them? If I attack them, they just blow up, right? The tree is past the spores? All right, well, regardless of whatever tree or not tree we're doing, we need to fight. Also, I feel like my controller is doing better this time. I don't know, space. Space this. Deny me that. That's right. 2 for 1 special today, buddy. Woo! That's a nice one. Let's see if we can kill it all in one go. No, that would be too. That would be too cool, right?
There's blood in the air.
That would be too great. Excuse me. Sneaky sneak, buddy. Hell yeah. It's kinda as if I am learning how to play this game, alright? Sugar Cookie says, oh, so you're a newbie like me. Enjoy. All I know is Asterion is, whew, yes. Asterion is a little lover boy. Not really, in terms of him like actually wanting the attention, but you know, people like him, they dig him. I see why. I see the appeal. I feel like in a way he knows that, and I feel that's kind of like an asshole move of him, right? Like he's taking that coolness, that swagger to his advantage, and so I kind of don't like that about him. Remember, you can Misty Step Asterion behind enemies and then use Stealth Step. Yes, I literally did that. That was awesome. Run along the branch you're on. All right, cool. The branch I am on. Not this thing, right? I don't think this is a branch. Oh, more of these dudes. Where did they pop up? Hold up. Where are they? Oh, it's up there. Am I collecting this thing? The Sisur Bloom? Not sure. Aw, thank you so much for the sub, Sugar Cookie. I appreciate that. You absolutely did not need to do that, but I am so thankful that you did. Show some hype in the chat, guys. Then you get access to all these little fun emotes that I've curated. Thank you so much, Sugar. I really do appreciate it. I never expect anybody to ever, I don't know. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for such a while, right? The Twitch streams are kind of new, but still just the fact that people would want to subscribe to me in any capacity is still kind of like, I don't know. It floors me. And I feel humbled. So thank you. She doesn't have that other thing. Oh, we don't need that anymore. No, don't. Oh, okay. Those are the silencing things that you were talking about. Okay, cool. I missed the Asterion talk from ads. So, I was saying how Asterion basically is, you know, lots of people really like him, right? I'm not saying that he's a lover boy himself, but you can tell that he is kind of, not gonna say a jerk, but he's definitely gonna be using the attention he gets to his advantage. And for that, I feel like he's kind of a jerk, you know? I mean, he tried putting the moves on me in the middle of the night while I was asleep, so that's not cool. He tried biting me and taking blood. I had said earlier that if he would have asked me, I would have gladly given him blood. But he tried to be sneaky, and I'm not down with that, all right? Also, thanks for that, the water check, Irene. Gotta get that hydration. Also, welcome back, Kitty. As a new streamer myself, I know it helps. Yes, it does, Sugar. So, believe me. I think you totally get the vibes of just like, oh my gosh, somebody actually like cares. They want to see me succeed. And that is just such a cool thing. So thank you. And have you played this at all, Sugar? Yeah, I knew better to do that, but wanted to try it. No, don't. He's gonna walk the other. What a loser. It's not what I meant to do, but you know, kind of used to it. She does not have Mystic Step, right? So we just have to actually get her close. Okay. Should we summon that monster thingy? Sorry, not monster thing. The spiritual weapons. Let's get a big one. If I summon it here, does it actually summon there? Oh, sweet! Okay. Last array, 6 to 13. Bonus. Oh, it costs a yeah, sure, why not? Good work, good work. Alright, sweet.
Can't give up.
Oh, it's still her turn. Awesome. Let's use a level 3. I don't know if it's gonna hit because, yeah, low ground. Hey! That's pretty cool.
Never a dull moment.
And we can just magic missile this boy. I don't want to use the level 3 version. I'll use the level 2 version. Ooh, so close. So close. Ah, maybe we should have used level 3 just to prevent that. Okay, that's not fun. That's not cool. I love that kitty. Yay, I'm clean. No one tell him about Ascended. Oh, I don't know about Ascended Asterion. What is that? Of course, I want to see you succeed. Gotta support fellow VAs. Yes, all about that, Sugar. We gotta, you know, lift each other up, right? No, I haven't. My little PC might blow up from how big the game is, but my friends play. I want to though. Yeah, well, I was gonna say, if people have Xbox Game Pass, you're able to stream the game from like any device. I think you just need like a controller. And so all you would need is somebody who has access to Xbox Game Pass. And you could literally play it anywhere on anything. So Could be a thing. I got a new stick deodorant yesterday. The instructions said to remove cap and push up bottom. I can barely walk today, but when I fart, it smells like birchwood breeze. As soon as you started, I kind of figured it was a joke. I'm exhausted thinking about what I have done, what I have to do next week. My brain is a week ahead, and I'm already tired from it. How are you, Queen of Hydration? Irene definitely is the Queen of Hydration. Oh my gosh, Oscilla. I love that emote usage with that message. Nina says, hello, beautiful people. How are you all? Hey there, Nina. I was kind of wondering if you were going to pop on in, since you had said that you wanted to do something for today's stream. So I was like, ooh, wonder if she's going to show up. And here you are. So thank you. That's a joke. I'm adventurous, but stick deodorant doesn't have a flared base. Yeah, that's the reason why. Spooky says, I gotta run, but thank you for a lovely company while I was finishing up work. Time for sleep. Get some sleep, Spooky. Have a good night and rest up. Hopefully no bad dreams, all right? Theo says, I didn't want to tell you about Ascended Asterion, GG. Is a significant spoiler for Act 3. Also, I tend to not aim to get Ascended Asterion because he's an asshole. Well, I guess we'll have to just wait. When we get to Act 3 in 2027, I guess that's when we'll see it. Sugar says, oh, I'll look into Game Pass then. Thank you. And Ascended Asterion is basically the dark romance version of Asterion. He's a bit of an asshole, but oh, so spicy. Interesting. Yeah, that's funny. Asterion doesn't need extra assholery. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. He kind of already is a jerk. But, you know, I get why people like him. Requires long rest for Misty stuff. Okay. Can I use dash? Yes. Where was the... They didn't summon the other one yet, right? Like they're in the middle of it? Lame. I was hoping that would just finish it up. And then Asterion all the way over here when he totally did the opposite of what I wanted him to do. Okay. Get as far as you can up here, buddy. Team Slay. I'm trying my best. Okay. 35% to hit one. Nice. But there is the other person. I don't know where they are. Oh, they're down there. Okay. Okay.
Give up. Not now.
In my opinion, but it's Gentle's choice, which I'll let him make. Thank you. We'll see what we end up doing. Oh, GG question. Have you ever played Peak? I have not. Some people were talking about it. But I think the problem is I think Peak is only a PC game. I think, or it's only on Steam, and I don't have access to that since I play all my games on console. Nina says, I had some errands to do, so that's why I couldn't be here since the beginning. No worries, Nina. Hopefully you got all the errands done. The thing cannot teleport, but it can fly. How far can it fly? So this camera is horrible. Not enough resources. How far can you fly, buddy? Wait. Can it only fly as far as, like, the movement? I'm assuming fly is his movement. It's the other word for, like, the way that the axe moves, right? Not saying it literally can just like teleport or whatever. Okay. Critical miss, man. How could you miss? How could you do that to me?
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Okay, we're gonna learn from this time. Also, he's too far. Oh no, okay. We're gonna learn from last time where I did not do the level 3 spell. We'll leave Gentilius up there, because he doesn't really need to move. Stern has a bow perk that lets him shoot from low ground as if it's high ground, if that makes sense. It does make sense. Do I have that perk? Or that's later on, right? What do you call a dwarf psychic that just escaped from prison? Oh, gosh. Can't wait to hear the answer to that. Oops, sorry. I didn't think it was a big spoiler. Just, oh, no worries. It's fine. I'm okay with, like, slight spoiler stuff. It's not really a big deal. Let's use this, Lazel. Shortcut your way down there. Not gonna get far enough, though. I was gonna say, does she have anything that's ranged? Hold on. She has this thing. Oh, aggro. Oh, sweet. I forgot I had bonus moves. This is pushing attack. Pushes your target back. If I pushed him, could I push him off the edge? Oh, he missed anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Or she missed, sorry. Let's stay around and go this way.
Quickly.
True, true. It makes it more fun. I'll keep my lips sealed. But no worries, sugar. It's okay. It happens. Gigi, you can use Gentiles to grant flight to a party member. Then they can fly. Oh, that was the thing that we got earlier, the grant flight thing. Must have advantage. Not enough movement? Oh, is it too? Oh, it's too far. Is there anything I can do? No, I don't think I can do anything. Oh my gosh, please tell me this game didn't freeze. Please tell me. No. The game froze, guys. Look. Game just froze. Look. This happened one time before. Just hard locked. Just straight up hard locked. No, GG. You have that bow perk. We got it in level. Oh, okay, cool. Gotta love leaps. Yeah. Duo Lipa. We got new gentle vocab. We got lesson and minutes, and now we have leaps. My leaps are my lessons. Exactly. Hey there, fish! Loving the lurk, by the way. Well, now the game leaps are sealed too because it froze. Yep. Maybe he can do a Spanish lesson in a few minutes with his leaps. I'm gonna have to because that sucks. I feel like I was doing good too. Okay. Let me... No. What button do I press for... That's not what I want. I think I just press... There we go. Let's quit out of it. I think we last saved after the whole mushroom conundrum thing. No, it doesn't let you save. Basically, Fish, it just hard locks and I can't do anything in the game. All I can do is just like move about like the Xbox menus. Sure, we can do the Spanish lesson. That is your cue, yes. I'm also gonna switch on over to this screen. Hablo un poquito de español. Sugar. Muy poquito. Soy de México, pero... Y nací en México, pero crecí en los Estados Unidos. And I am very... I didn't grow up speaking Spanish, like, in my home. My parents spoke it with each other occasionally. My sister... when I was growing up, you know how, like, when you get divorced parents? And... you know, you kind of move about, you know, between your parents. So, like, the deal was that I was with my mom and my sister went with my dad. My dad lived in Mexico. So, my sister used to go back and forth. And so she's bilingual, like full-on fluent, everything like that, right? In both. I grew up speaking Spanish up until about I was like 4 or 5. And my grandparents used to come visit because I lived in the States. So my grandparents would come visit. And they spoke nothing but Spanish. And I remember speaking Spanish and even and like that was like my first language. Up until I have a very distinct memory where my mom told me, you're about to start school, you need to start speaking English. And this is in the 90s. This is like early 90s. So, yeah. So because of that, my mom basically just kind of stopped with all the Spanish. And it's not even, and my mom was fluent in English already. They grew up on a border town in California. So like my family was very like bilingual already, which made it easy when my mom decided to move to the US and work over here. So yeah, that's a little bit of GG lore. Could we get a translation to what you just said? Oh, that's true. I forgot. That always happens sometimes when I speak Spanish. I forgot that other people don't understand what I'm saying. I said that I grew up in Mexico as a little kid. Sorry. I was born in Mexico, but I grew up in the United States. That's what I said. And that I only speak a little bit. I can understand so much of it, unless it's like full on Spanish where people are just like, and then that's when I'm like, whoa, I'm kind of lost. The way I like to think of it is like I can understand and speak old lady Spanish, like Senora Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So like if someone's aunt or mom is around, I can talk Spanish with them. I'm still going to need help with like Google Translate when I can't think of a word, when I just get stuck. So yeah. Anyway. Exactly, yeah. Joven gentil. Let's see. Fish says, yeah, my gramps had that for German. Same thing, had to stop speaking once he got into school. Yeah, and that was the whole thing. It's like as time went on, it became a thing where it's like, oh no, you should speak Spanish. Like you should be able to learn both or be bilingual. But I remember at the time, it was not that. Like in my area, it was very much, oh, you need to assimilate. And so my mom, thinking that was the best thing for me, was to, hey, we're just going to focus on English. I don't want you having any issue learning and that kind of thing. So I'm thankful for it. And I feel, even that in itself is what allowed me to get to where I am when it comes to like how I enunciate, how I talk, public speaking, that kind of thing, even my voice acting stuff. So it's why I don't really have an accent or anything like that, right? But it does suck when I do want to speak Spanish, and I can't. So you can't watch the news. I can watch the news in Spanish. I can like watch anything in Spanish, but I also am a little bit lost in some of the context, cultural context. I may not understand like certain words because I don't understand where it's coming from. So when I'm learning like new vocabulary, I always have to know the etymology for it, because then I'm able to relate it to like whatever the equivalent is in English or in Latin or whatever. And then I'm like, oh, like this. Got it. So anyway. Hey, grandma, gotta check Google Translate. Yes. I'm kind of glad my parents never stopped speaking Hindi to me when I started school, because my parents were like, you'll learn English in school. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm white bread, no second language. But hey, Zio, you can always learn any language you want at any time. So, the lyrics for this song, because Fish wanted me. Not Fish. Sorry, Fish. I just saw the chat pop up and I saw Fish come up. Nina wanted me to sing, or rather not sing, but say the words to the Dragon Ball GT opening, the Chilean version, because the Latin American, like the Mexican version, is not a good one. I don't claim that one. The Chilean version is the one that I actually found online back when I was like a teenager, and I was like, this is top tier. And then later on, I found out that it was from Chile. And I was like, whoa, this is good. And I always make the joke that I feel like the Mexican version of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z and whatever, it sounds like it was recorded in someone's bathroom. Like, it's that bad. The dub is good. The Spanish dub, the voice acting, all of it is fantastic. But the quality in some of the dubbing is bad. And it makes sense because, there probably just wasn't enough budget, or maybe they were rushed. So I get it. It happens, right? But when you listen back to back the Latin American version versus the Chilean version, which is funny because it's also Latin America. But that's how it's shown when you look it up on YouTube. You will notice the difference, and the lyrics are like night and day. Whereas the Chilean version sounds like a pop song, versus the other one, I don't know what those lyrics are. Slang also changes between different areas that speak Spanish, so it's understandable why you have to double check. Or any language, honestly. I speak French, but since I'm Canadian, we learn, I don't know how to say this. Quebecois? Is that how you say it? Compared to Parisian? Keep up the hard work. Connecting with your background and culture is such a beautiful thing. It is. It is. I do try, here and there. Sometimes I feel like my brain almost has a boundary where I have to force myself to get into the mode to want to learn Spanish. And so it obviously hurts my soul when I'm on TikTok or I'm on YouTube and I see Ben Affleck can speak like way better Spanish than I can. So it sucks when I can't do that. Anyway, I had a fun idea. Okay? I don't know how this is going to go. And yes, there is a Canadian dub of Dragon Ball. It's literally just another English dub. It's nothing special. They actually even say, like, they used the same lines from Funimation occasionally when they were doing it. So anyway, I had an idea. You guys had asked me previously if I would ever be up for like a karaoke thing. I'm not a singer. Never have been. Never will. Don't think I'll ever be. Never thought I'd be into voice acting either, and yet here I am, so whatever. So I actually have loaded up the song. I have it. I had the link ready. Because remember I was talking earlier to you guys who were here early, talking about how the YouTube Music app was like crashing on me, and so I had to pull up on YouTube. And that was the reason how I found out that it got screwed up. Because I was loading this up, and I was messing around to see if I could maybe do a little karaoke version of this, right? And I was ready for this, yes, Nina, because this is my favorite, like, English, non-Japanese, like, version of a song, I think, in an anime. This version is fantastic. I've been listening to this song since I was, like, a kid, when I first found it. And this is, like, back in, the early 2000s. So we'll see what ends up happening here, okay? Cougar says, if you can do accents, you can sing. Comes from the same part of the brain. I don't know if that's true, Cougar. The whole vocal cord control, resonance also is a different thing. Like, whenever I've seen videos for how to manage resonance, it is so hard and so tough. And that has like nothing to do with accents. Accents are, you change things up, but the way you do things with your vocal cords is so rough. We'll see. ZL says, do you remember that period of time in English anime dubs in 2006 when everything came out the same Canadian? Yes, I do remember. Yep. I remember. That was them. They were the same ones who continued doing Dragon Ball. Okay. I am going to karaoke for you guys. I'm just, I'm hyping myself up, okay? I'm hyping myself up. Don't rush this, all right? I already do unspeakable things on in front of microphones, right? And record it and release them. So you would think that karaoke would be fine, but that is like something that I can't. I don't know. It's a point too far. Okay. Let me take a little water break real quick. Oh my gosh, Nina, thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. Cheering me on. I'll do my best. All right. I'm going to play the song real quick just to make sure some audio levels are good. So let me know if this sounds good to you guys, okay? I would have also put the video, but I looked it up that if I put the video, you can literally get a copyright claim because you're literally just showing the anime. I don't think I would get caught because it wouldn't be in any of the languages that probably are in like their databases for them sniffing that kind of stuff out, but still better safe than sorry. So here, I'm going to play this and see what happens. Let me know if it sounds good to you. It is kind of low, okay? So it's meant to be low. Not for this zeal. So how's the sound? Does it sound good? It's meant to be low, because I'm going to be singing over it. Okay? Is it playing right now? Let me know if it's playing. Maybe a tad bit. Okay, let me pull it up. I'm going to put it a teeny bit, because, again, I have to sing over it. Okay, is that good? All right, I put it a teeny bit louder. So I think that should be good. Yeah, it's really quiet. Sounds good, very low. It's meant to be low because I need you guys to like raise me up to be able to hear me, but I'll put it a teeny bit higher. All right, I'm gonna rewind it. Need my lyrics? Okay. I have never sang before. When I was growing up and I would go to church and stuff like that, like I would sing there. So that's like the closest thing that I ever did. Okay. So. Ooh, my heart is beating right now. I don't have my watch on. See, I'm like blowing all over the place, okay? Because this is bad. I did sing I'm a little teapot, but that was a bit different, okay? All right, so this is going to be a little bit low, but it's fine, okay? So, I'm going to... Let me see what happens if I hit play. Okay, cool. That does work. So, let me take another swig of this water, and then we're going to do it, okay? Also, I know Shiv is going to be ready. At the ready to clip this after the fact. Also, I'm not going to sing all the way. I'm not going to be like belting, okay? This is going to be like, imagine I'm almost like sing talking, okay? So, just letting you know. I gotta, what do you call it? I gotta keep my my dignity somehow. Okay, here we are. Showtime. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Poco a poco me cautiva tu sonrisa. Toma mi mano y vamos a salir de la infinita obscuridad, venciendo al mal. Okay, see? I'm doing it. I'm doing it, guys, okay? Alrighty. Cuando de nuevo yo te vi, volando como nave en mi jardín, recordé lugares hechos para soñar. La niñez ha vuelto a mi mente otra vez, como un sueño hecho realidad. Bailabas conmigo una vez más. Siempre juntos podemos soñar, luchando por lograr un mundo mejor, hecho para los dos. Lo lograré con amor, orgullo y valor. Not keeping that note. Poco a poco me cautiva tu sonrisa. Toma mi mano y vamos a salir de la infinita obscuridad. Siempre fijo que no me importa, el amor impide mi derrota y me ayuda a salir de la infinita obscuridad, venciendo al mal. Hooray, I did it! I survived! We're all still here. We're all still here, guys. Hooray. You guys got the one and only ever GG karaoke. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually did that.
We did it.
We did it!
We did it!
I'm telling you, Nina, I legit like that song a lot. So I really did like, you know, that song. So I would like sing along to it by myself, right? But I'm not singing, you know, out loud. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Nina. That was a whole thing. Why can't you sing Reckon? You're a bullshit. You're such a bullshitter. I don't sing, okay? I don't. It's not what I do. I do other things in front of microphones, okay? So okay. Is everybody good? Everybody got it out of their system now? So I'm gonna go back to some Baldur's Gate now. I feel like I'm full on blushing, by the way. Like my face is hot. I can't stop smiling. So I'm gonna drink some water. All right, chill out. Yes, I am shaking. You do not sing, but you can sing. Okay, well that's a way of putting it. You did sing great. Oh, thank you. Thought you were gonna be tone deaf or something. No, I don't think I'm that bad. Can't wait till this is clipped. I'm gonna have this on loop. Love it. You did a banging job. Thank you. You sound great. Now you want to hear some Linkin Park? No, yeah, I gotta learn how to do the Chester freaking what's that called? Like the fry screaming, like the ah! Can't do that. All right, Nina says, now for the fun facts, because yes, I did my homework. The Chilean version was performed by Alvaro Veliz in the 90s. Due to the popularity of Dragon Ball in Chile, they released a series of CDs and cassettes. Cassettes? Oh my god. What I end up doing, just in case you guys are curious about why sometimes I flub my words, is because I'm reading ahead. So I was reading yep while saying cassettes. So I said cassettes. Yep, that old. In 1999 with music from the anime. At the time, DBZ was still being broadcast here, so no one knew about DBGT. And they say it's the most faithful, almost literal translation of the original Dandan Kokoro Hikareteku. The Mexican version came out in 2001. That does make sense, because I love this version because it literally felt like it's word for word what the Japanese version is saying. There is also the Funimation version, which is a, dubbed, and it also is very good. It's almost literal, but only issue is it is sang by Vic Mignogna. Vic Mignogna is a well-known piece of you-know-what. I've met that guy multiple times, but after all the allegations and everything that happened to that guy, yeah, don't want to touch that dude or what he's ever been part of, which sucks because dude was the voice of Edward from Fullmetal Alchemist, and it's kind of hard to go back knowing all that stuff. Cougar says, I was expecting the walls to weep blood and my windows break. Nina says, another fun fact, Alvaro Veliz also sang a version of the Slam Dunk opening, the Spanish version of the Pokemon opening for the first movie, where you see Ash fighting with a trainer who has a Dawn fan, a Johto Pokemon where we saw in Kanto era, and there was still years to go before the... Ooh, you gotta send me a link to that, to the Pokemon thing, because I still remember where I was, which was in the theater, because I saw the first Pokemon movie in theaters, because yes, I'm also that old. And I do remember seeing Dawn fan, and I was like, whoa, what is that? Because I was like the perfect age for it. Fun fact, Linkin Park is coming to my city in a few months. I mean, I don't listen to them much, but it was interesting to see. I've always thought about going to a Linkin Park show. Linkin Park is one of my favorite bands ever. Rest in peace, Chester, my guy. You were the chosen one. But I don't know. I kind of do bad at concerts. I am not as you guys have just known, I'm not one to sing along to things. I don't really sway either. So I don't want them to think that me being silent is apathy. You know what I'm saying? I want them to think I'm having a good time. I've said it before, that there's that clip of Christian Bale where he's all like, it may not look like I'm having a good time, but I'm having the time of my life. That is me, okay? I am someone who doesn't look like I'm all the way in the moment. But believe me, I'm there. Let's see. Yes, there's lots of things to clip in this one. I read also that Alvaro Veliz was going to be the person in charge to sing it officially for the Latin American version, but due to some problems, he wasn't able to travel to Mexico, and that's why there's the other version, the bathroom version, as I call it, because it is bad. If you can, Nina, or I can do it too, we can post both versions in the server and do the compare and contrast, because yeah, that one's rough. That one's rough. Also, why is the rest of my party not here? Hold up. We're not starting out this poorly, okay? Can never watch or listen to Linkin Park since Chester elevated to the higher... Yeah. The new singer is good. She's great. I don't like it when they sing the old songs though. I understand why. I mean, you gotta sing the hits, right? But she can't reach some of those notes, right? She is her own singer. It's her own vibe. I get it. I feel the new songs and the new Linkin Park are great, but to go back, I'm not down with that. Like, it's fine. You guys don't need to. I mean, you have to, right? Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, it's not like they're not gonna perform the hits, right? But there's something about it. I'm sure she means well, but the new singer doesn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the new songs I think are good. Did you hear the new album? Also, interesting fact: the new album came out while I was in Japan last year, and I remember walking down this street that was just like a really old, like an elderly place. Like it was mostly just a lot of like senior folks living in that area, and they were just blaring that new album, and I thought that was great. Ooh, looks like we're gonna get a bit of a head start on this because we did not last time. I kind of feel like I don't want to use Misty Step here. I don't want to waste it because last time, how far can she go? Go here. I feel Misty Step would have been great to use while around on the tree branches, because then I could have possibly stopped that one dude from calling backup. If I was able to just, like, you know, whoop his ass. I don't mind using a Asterion for that, though. Her screams sound awful. They just grate them. I like her screams. I think she does it. She does a good job. But again, preference. So you can not like them if you don't want to, Zia. It's okay. Totally, the original songs are the original singer. Yes. Lae'zel has Psionic Jump. Try using that and have her... Oh, I didn't know she had that.
Time to push my luck again.
I'll check out what she has on her wheel of things. Aw, man. He didn't get a chance to call reinforcements last time.
Are there more?
What did I just do? Get her a little bit closer. Okay. Also, we are going to be finishing up stream in about 20-ish minutes, so just letting you guys know, because I do want to end on time today. I woke up, real quick. I didn't have a chance to debrief yet, officially, but I ran a 5K. Also, where's the Psionic Jump? This one here? Okay, got it. I ran a 5K, as some of you know, on Friday after work, and that was fun. But also that sucks that she missed. But the majority of the route was inclined. It was mostly uphill too. It was horrible. I did not have a good time. I did not know going into it that it was gonna be, it would have such a hard incline. So, as some of you are already mentioning, on the, I started out the run. I was trying to like beat my like personal bests. I usually run 3 miles in about 30 minutes. A 5K is 3.1 miles, so I usually do it in about 31. So I was hoping to break 30. I did do that, but I think it's because they didn't measure that thing correctly. I don't think that was a full 5K, but that's besides the point. The second I started the race, I went for it. I was like, okay, I'm going to try to get this first mile in as fast as I can. And about halfway into the mile, I felt something on my foot. And initially, I thought it was a dog because behind me, before the race started, there was a dog. There was an owner with her dog, and she was running with her dog. And so she had, the dog, like, was wagging its tail, and it hit me. So I thought for some reason this dog hit me. I thought they were still behind me. They were not. I look back, there's no one there. I then run some more, and then I feel that I was wearing a fanny pack, and I was keeping all my stuff in there. I had my wallet, I had my car keys, and I had my AirPods case. I do have a pocket in my jacket that I was wearing because it was raining. Like, it was like sprinkling. And it's on your chest, and I have my phone in that pocket. So, thank God it wasn't in the fanny pack. I'm running, and then I hear somebody say, oh, somebody's dropping stuff. And I turn around, and I see my car keys. And then I feel my fanny pack, and the zipper's open. I forgot to close it. And so my keys, my wallet, the AirPods case just were lost to the wind ever since I had started the race. So that was very sucky. I had to run back. So here I am trying to make a personal best, running forward, trying to keep up with the front of the group. And I have to go back. Not only that, I'm looking for my stuff. Thank God everyone there is great and awesome. So they found my stuff immediately. Like, as I'm going backwards, they are like, here. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Once I got everything, I still needed my wallet. And then somebody like was like, oh, here, I found this. I was like, oh, thank you. And then I took off. And I had to make up all the time that I lost. Somehow, I was able to get back to the head of the pack. Problem is, I was worn out. And then by the time I felt like I could make a push to get to the front, not maybe top 10, but maybe at least top 20, it started going uphill. And so I was out. I was so out of it. Like, I was tired. I was just like, I was just all frazzled because I started poorly, right? So I finished 34th place out of, I want to say it was close to 200. So still, like, pretty, it's up there, but I had wanted, like, my goal was to be, like, in the top 20, and I think I could have. I honestly thought I could have, but it said that I finished it in 26 minutes. I kind of feel, again, I don't think that was a full 5K. My watch didn't say it was a 5K. It said it was about, like, 2.6, which matches my usual pace. So that was kind of annoying. And right before we started the race, like the person who was like emceeing, being like, hey, we're gonna start over here, blah blah blah. He was like, this entire course is exactly 3.1 miles, so it should be fine. I was like, dude, that was not that. So I was kind of upset for a number of reasons, but they gave out free pizza at the end, so can't be too mad. Fish says, oof, I did a 5K trail run called Hurricane Hill. Like that makes me hard to pace Yeah, and I didn't know there was an incline. And the area I went to is a mountainous area. And it was nice in terms of the weather, because where I'm at, it's in the close to the hundreds, if not the hundreds. And it was like in the 70s. It was also, like I said, it was raining, so it was nice. But I should have known that there was gonna be an incline, and I just really didn't. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I remember, like, before the race started, there was a girl and, like, I guess maybe like her friend or whatever, and they looked like they were serious. They were probably in their early 20s, and they looked like, they were gonna actually try to, compete for a top spot. And she turns to the dude that she's with. She's like, wait a minute, there's an incline? You didn't tell me there was an incline. And I was like, oh shit. So yeah. Although, despite the fact that there was incline, she still finished, like, maybe top 15. So, good for her for not even knowing that there was incline. And yes, we call it a fanny pack over here. I didn't use a fanny pack when I ran a half marathon a few years ago. I didn't use a fanny pack. I stuffed... It was during winter, so I had more layers and jackets. So, I had one jacket that had, like, the pocket on the chest for my phone. And I think I might have also stuffed my wallet and my keys in there. And if not there, I think I had another jacket on, and I put my keys in that jacket. So that was why. But I didn't have pockets. Whoops. Anyway. I don't like drawstring knapsacks. They actually gave those out as, like, when you pick up, like, your running bib, as it's called. I don't like running with those because I don't like the way things bounce around, but it's all right. It's okay. Also, let's go ahead and try to finish this fight at least. Let's do Misty Step. I don't know how far we'll be able to go with him. Yeah. Oh, we can Misty Step here, literally right next to him. All right. Lae'zel, do the thing. Do the sword stab thing. Make him bleed. Run him through. And you missed the last one. It's okay. Asterion, he used his Misty Step already. You were saying when it comes to the advantage of his ranged attack, he gets it as if... Is that what, that's why it doesn't say that he has, like, low ground? Because you're saying he has that one perk?
Let's play.
If I am remembering correctly. Hey, you hit him. Whoa, did that dude die? How did he... Hold up, we killed that dude in one hit? Well, I mean, 2 hits. I'm saving that. I'm saving that. Pro gamers, we are. Whoa, was not expecting that. Also, yes, I'm a fanny pack enthusiast fish. I only have one, but I love me some fanny pack action. 34th is still pretty good. There's always next time. Yeah, exactly. And I was looking up some close, like, I think there's one in August that is going to be, like, in the early, in the morning, so it shouldn't be that hot. I think I might sign up for that one. I did a walking 10K a few years back. I thought I was doing great until I heard a tick, tick, tick behind me. A blind person with a white cane passed me out. It was soul destroying. Either that, or they were just way, you know, they had some good speed, Cougar. I use a special case for my phone that has a running armband that my iPhone locked. That's pretty cool. I remember having those armbands back in the day of like iPods. I got my brother a fanny pack that looks like a hairy belly one year. He still uses it. That's funny. Fair point. That thing does flap around. Hopefully your fanny pack doesn't betray you next time. I bought a drawstring backpack. It's a, I think it's an Adidas one. It's black and red. I've had it for years. And I bought it to carry water in. That was a bad thing because its entire purpose was to carry water. And I'm like, that thing is literally bouncing all around. So I just use it as like a travel bag now. Kitty asks, what happens when you get kidnapped by a mime? Guess we'll have to find out. Saren got a good roll. Nice. Pro geek moves. So where are we going on this tree? It's not this way. Is it? Like, am I even going the right way? So this camera is horrible. Oh, is it this way? With Philro the Forgotten? Check the photos I included. All right, cool. She's like, I wrote the guide for a reason, my guy. Try to kill the hook horrors quickly because they'll call more. Once everyone is dead, climb up the tree limbs until you're at the trunk. There's a piece of bark you need to take. I've included an image because it can be hard to find. Okay. Where is that? Is it underneath the branches? Or is it where Phil dude is at? No, I don't think so. Also, this camera is gonna be the end of me one day. Maybe it's here? Does that look? Hold on. Where's the picture? I think this is the spot. No? No, it's up top. It's not near Philro. Okay. This camera, though, is killing me. I honestly don't know where this is. Let me go ahead and kill this other book horror. And then I might have to look up a video, and I might have to do that for next time.
Blood comes easy these days.
Sweet.
What's the plan?
Does she have dash? Give me that dash. Get as far as you can. It's really easy, GG. You shouldn't need a video. Maybe it's just hard for me to find it right now because of the camera. I think that's what's causing me. Like, I'm trying to find it, but I can't see it. Oh, did I already? Oh, wait, never mind. I was gonna say, did I already use my turn? Wait,
What should I do?
what should you do? Oh no! Did a combo on her. That's fine. Get as far as you can, buddy. Nope, too far.
Victory awaits.
Use this. Oh, I did. Ooh, I didn't mean for her to jump. I wanted her to use the vines. She lost. Significant. Did she die? No, she's in prone. Okay. Didn't mean to freaking do that. Whatever. That was some classic GG right there. Oops.
Nothing will stand in my
As
way.
GG as it gets. Free to go.
Let's end this.
All right, cool. Sorry about that, Lazel. Didn't mean that. Okay, she's fine. Let's see what he's got. He's got a hook. Who would have thought a hook horror has a hook? Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't see the answer to your joke earlier, Kitty. Hold up. What happens when you get kidnapped by a mind? Unspeakable. That's pretty good. I like that. I dig that. I feel like we should be writing these down and put them in like some sort of command where you can just call up a kitty joke in the chat. Get the bark when you're out of battle. Okay. Hey GG, can I have an Australian kiss? It's like a French kiss, but down under. But shh. We all know GG loves giving Australian kisses. Yay, I did it! Run up the tree. Okay, let me heal. Or you know what? Let me do a short rest real quick.
Just a brief respite.
And I think I saved, but let me just do it again anyway, because, I mean, why not? All right, let's run up the tree. And is it left or right? You said it's not by Philro. I'm assuming it's still left. But this thing can cause silence, right? We gotta be careful with it. Well, it didn't matter. There we go.
I've never seen a tree like that.
You are correct. That was not hard at all. I'm gonna save it right here. So that way, if I want to do the Philro stuff, because I mean, I kind of would. Well, why is he? Oh, he's an enemy. I was gonna say, do we have to save him? It doesn't look like it. So I'll fight him next time. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up there. Let's turn on the music, shall we? I hope this isn't a, hold on real quick. I was gonna say, I hope it's not a jump scare for the music, but let me just lower it down first and then we'll turn it up. There we go. Also helps if it's some chill music. I think this is a good volume. About right there, I think. All right, cool, nice. All right. Gotta say, that was quite the successful stream outing, I'd say. You can do commands like quote or joke. Yeah, I think so too. So we might have to ask Kitty if she can give us access to some of these, or maybe even like call her up and be like, when Kitty is in the chat, somebody can do like command joke, and it means, oh, she's gotta come up with a joke. Okay, we didn't fight him yet. Perfect. Stream 50-minute game, 70 minutes. Yep. You know how it is. Y'all know how it is. Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. My walkthrough is going to last for 12 weeks. Yeah, I mean, basically. I mean, it's all about the small victories, right? I feel that roll we got with Asterion, where he was able to knock out that hook horror with one shot of his bow, that's what I live for. So if we can just keep getting more stuff to help us with our rolls, then I'm all for that, because early on, it was a rough time. BG3 was a rough time up front. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I need to go finish up some very, very quick editing on that little tease of a project that I'm working on that I will share down the road once I know I can share it. That should take like 15 minutes. Outside of that, I am going to play some more Death Stranding and enjoy the rest of my evening. Also might get into Donkey Kong. I got that the other day, which thank you so much for that, you guys. I did get that off of my wish list, and I very much appreciate it. I started it up yesterday in earnest, and I love that freaking game. I was having a blast with Donkey Kong. But Death Stranding, it's got its hooks in me, and I love it. Me and my dead baby, you know, we gotta put Australia back together. Have fun with Death Stranding 1, Zeal. But that's gonna do it for me. You guys take care. Thank you guys so much for the follows, for the bits, for the good times, and I am very much looking forward to the clips that you guys make for this one. Yes, I will tell Lou that you said hi. I'll rock Lou and see if it gives me some likes. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a great rest of your evening or start to your day. But you will hear from me soon enough. Right, guys? Bye.